About 1 year ago, I decided to travel alone for the first time. I'd never been on a plane by myself, and I'd never been outside the country. But I decided it was time to do both at the same time. And this was a decision that drastically changed my life, both internally and externally. And I gotta say, I'm so grateful that I had made that leap of faith. In a previous video, I talked about how much faith and trust I had to have in, a greater power that I would get out of the situation I was and move into a new situation, a situation of adventure, of travel, of unknown, of mystery. And quite frankly, that was the greatest thing that could ever happen to me because before I had started traveling, I was only around people who basically knew their city, maybe their country if they were lucky enough. But a lot of people who didn't know the world outside of the small area that they had been grown up in. And that bothered me. It frustrated me because everyone was so focused on very small things, whether that be, local politics or the way people act or the way people are different in the wrong way, seeing things as negative. And I just felt like there's so much of a world to explore out there. I wanted to see all that there was to see. I wanted to expand my horizons. I didn't even know what I wanted to see because I hadn't seen it. And so I took that one way flight to Jamaica. I learned so much just from allowing myself to learn, allowing myself to be in the unknown and explore. And I gotta say, it was incredible. It was an adventure, okay? Like, even from the second that I stepped onto the plane, like, it was done. It was through. I had stepped through a threshold and set myself towards something that I had no idea about. Because here's the thing, when I even got to the airport in Jamaica, I didn't know that I had to buy a return flight. I didn't know I had to have a place to stay already verified. I didn't know I had to have this or that or that. I wasn't prepared for that shit. I wasn't prepared for it. But guess what? By allowing myself not to research, not to know, I learned so much about this type of thing that I truly believe that it has made me a greater person. It allowed me to be more adaptable. It allowed me to understand that I'm capable of improvising. I'm capable of solving problems. I'm capable of experiencing the unknown. And the unknown is truly what I experienced. Because here's the thing, I met so many people, not only there in Jamaica, but throughout my whole travels, that I would have never met if I had never traveled. And I'm talking countries that maybe I would have never even wanted or to expected to visit, like France, Jamaica, Finland, Egypt, Morocco, like Korea, Japan, like Colombia, like everywhere, like countries that I never would have expected to want to go to or, knew anything about. Like I met Brazilians, Turkish people, like so many people with so many different views on lifestyles, religions, and just beliefs. But the truth is that I realize also, even though we all grew up differently, we had different experiences, we can all still, mesh together, have a good time, and be like chill, cool, hang out with each other and be friends and be whatever. Like, I feel like the narratives that a lot of the media pushes that, we're not united, we're divided. They like to show wars and this and politics and this and that. But the truth is we are united. We are people, bro. Like, it's so simple. But if you are American, especially, if you travel outside the country, you're gonna realize how much of what they told us is complete BS and how they try to leverage, like, race as something that is like something to divide us when in reality it doesn't matter. Like when I went to Jamaica, for example, like there, like, of course there's black Jamaicans, but there's white Jamaicans, there's Indian Jamaicans, Chinese Jamaicans, whatever. And the truth is they don't really care. Like in Jamaica it's mostly a classist issue. It's not really about race. But like, I was so accepted in Jamaica, not only because, like, for example, I was speaking patois to the people, I was hanging out with the real people, eating off the same plate as them. Like, I wasn't a tourist. I wasn't someone who was made myself foreign to them. Like, even if I was different, even if I looked different, even if I acted a little bit different, we could relate. Because at the end of the day, I tried. I came to their country, I tried to embrace their culture. experience their culture, and they accepted me for that. You know, they accepted me totally, and I'm so grateful for that. You know, and the same happened in Colombia. Like me being here right now, where I'm filming this. You know, I speak Spanish. I learned Colombian Spanish. You know, like I talk like a Colombian in Spanish. Like I learned so many things just from being here, and just from learning Spanish alone. Like it has opened up so many opportunities, like not just to travel alone in South America and be more comfortable and be able to really articulate myself, but also the way that I view language and the way that I view the way humans interact through words has changed because of that too. Because like that's not even something I ever planned or expected to have happen. Because the truth is, I wasn't even really planning on going to Colombia. It's not even somewhere I wanted to go. But after Jamaica, the opportunity presented itself. And all of a sudden, oh shit, in Colombia now. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just like you don't know what you don't know. When you're going into the unknown, you don't know what you don't know. And the truth is that if you go in alone, if you start traveling alone in a foreign country, even in a foreign city, like that's going to change you and change your mindset and change what you think about yourself. Because here's the thing, for me personally, like who I was in the US does not exist anymore. Like that's just kind of the truth in the sense that like I'm so different because one, like when I went to Jamaica, who I was before was kind of determined by the people around me, right? Other people's opinions and perspectives, like they influence us, right? Well, being alone in another country, I was not influenced by other people that I had known previously. I was not influenced by American culture that taught me I should be like this or that. I was not even influenced by myself and who I was previously because I let go of that. I felt different. I felt new. I felt like I could be whoever I wanted to be. And I could be just myself without having to judge myself, without people judging me, you know, and just being, you know, if I wanted to change something, like I was given that opportunity to be whatever version of myself I wanted to be. And I was so grateful for that because it allowed me to reshape the way that I think about myself and evolve and grow as a person internally, you know? Like, I've definitely matured so much just because I traveled alone and I discovered myself in a foreign territory, in an unknown territory. And that's like something I'm so grateful for, man. Like, so grateful for. And the thing is, like, if you want to do this, you totally can. You can totally travel to another country. Go wherever you want to go, bro. There's a world out there for us to explore. There's so many people for us to meet, so many new friends, so many new opportunities, so many new foods, you know, cultures, religions, so many things to discover. You don't even know what you don't know, fam. You don't even know what you don't know. And if you don't want to go alone, hey, that's fine. You don't have to go alone. If you want to go alone, go alone. It doesn't matter, bro. It doesn't matter. Live your life, kings and queens. Like, be free. Don't be subject or slave to mindsets that don't serve you. You know? Don't be subject to division. We are united, we people, you know? Like, there's a lot of love out there for us, you know? And we just gotta be open to it. We gotta be willing to interact with people and accept people as they are. Accept different cultures, accept people who look different than us, who act different than us, you know? And even if like you don't agree with these people or you don't want to hang out with certain people, like that's fine. But you can accept them and understand that, you know, that's just the way this person is. And that doesn't have anything to do with me, right? Like there are many people traveling, like for example, in hostels. Like I realize there are a lot of people that like maybe I didn't mesh with, but that's okay. Because there are plenty of people who I did mesh with. And plenty of people who like I'm so grateful that I met on my journey, you know? And that if I had never traveled, I would have never got the opportunity to meet them. Because that's just the way life is, you know? This planet's massive. There's so many people out there, fam. So if you feel alone or if you feel like there's not people out there for you, I promise you, there are. Because this world is massive, fam. This world is so big. And you just gotta open yourself up to that. And if you're scared of traveling alone, like, I'm not saying you gotta go to the most dangerous place. Like, you can go to a safe country and be alone. Even if you're a woman, like, for example, Would I recommend a woman to go alone to Jamaica? Fuck no. Why? Because I feel like that's stupid. But would I recommend a woman to travel alone to Japan? Sure. That would be an incredible experience for you, you know? And it's ultimately like wherever you want to go, you can go, right? You want to go to Japan, you want to go to France, you want to go to Germany, you want to go to South Africa. I don't know. Go wherever you want to go, fam.